Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we're going to keep doing the spaced repetition bot. I think probably for today and next time, I'm not sure if we're going to keep doing this. Um, Come up with some topics if you'd like to for the week after. If there's anything not clear as well, maybe I could expand on that. We'll see. Otherwise, what I was thinking afterwards was I could redo this, but with code, purely code, and then we like run it on Botpress, see how that works. Just as a comparison, like if you were to like code this, or if you were to do this within the UI of Botpress, like what is the different experience here? Just so you can have an idea of like the time saving using tool A or tool B. For instance, tables is built in. Um, and if you were to use code, you'd have to host something or use the serverless database. So I think maybe a comparison might be interesting. Um, all right. But anyways, I'm open to suggestions. So whatever you guys think is worth talking about, let me know, and I will make sure to read it. Okay. So the first thing I want to say is last week there was a bug near the end of the stream where the before or equal to date was malfunctioning. So I'm told that the fix is actually applied, but it's not made its way yet into production. So that should happen momentarily. Until then, what I did was I just adjusted slightly the table, so to concepts table here. So it used to be hide until, and I just showed it. I just changed it to show after. So just by subtracting a day and basically saying this is not the on or equal date, but it's the after date, we can solve this for the immediate moment. All right. So now just to show you, so we have show after, which is today is the 12th. Um, and the show after here is the 11th, the 5th, and the 5th. So if I say hi in my emulator, oh, I should probably zoom in to 125 like this. It says there are three concepts. Okay, so let's try, which is what we expect. Let's try today's date, and we should see two concepts. Yes, thank goodness. I'll try the 13th and say hi, and we should see two concepts as well. Okay. And then I don't remember, did we do it like this? No, or like this, save. Okay, there you go. So I'll refresh and I'll try the null one. Okay, it says three concepts, which is what we want. Perfect. Okay, so now this issue is fixed, which is fantastic. Now let me go back to main. And the first thing I want to do is when someone gets an answer wrong, you don't want to show it. You want to show it the same day normally, but you don't want to show it immediately. Uh, because, well, let's try it out. Um, Let me go to my bot here. What does the Spanish word blanco mean? And I'll pick black because it's obviously not that. I got that wrong. And now currently I believe our algorithm is not pushing it to the same day, but let me try that. Maybe refresh. Or our algorithm is just broken right now. It might be because of this. Let me try it again. Actually, let me create a record here. From scratch, blanco, and these are null. Okay, so I'll move these two. Okay, so I'll say red, which is obviously wrong. Okay, and I will refresh, see what happens here. Okay, so it doesn't change the show after. Okay, so we have a problem here. We need to fix that. But what I'd like to see is the show after would change to... Oh, actually, we'd be okay with this, I think. Because I can show you the problem here for a day. this would be sufficient. Verde blanco. Hello, blanco. I'll delete this. Okay, so verde, let's say it means blue, which is incorrect. Okay, good. I'll refresh. I'll type hi again. We don't have the loop going on right now. But when we do, maybe we should fix that. But when we do, I want to show you that, look, it's showing it to you again, which makes like no sense. Like, well, it kind of does because you could guess it like this, but maybe what we should do is when they get it wrong, we should tell them what the correct answer is, and then ask it a little bit later, and then show them other words in the meantime, so it's still a bit spaced out. Okay, so the first thing I want to fix is I want to make sure that it keeps going, which it did not do. So if I go to main quiz single concept, and you got that wrong. Actually, we could just write the correct answer is, or was, is, no, the correct answer is workflow dot, oh, whoa, I use the two notations here. Workflow dot correct answer. Okay, all right. Okay, so at least we're going to show the correct answer now. And now what I wanted to see was, okay, this is the problem. Because we're not ending the conversation like this, the conversation is just ended, so it doesn't loop back. What I'd like to see is it to keep quizzing. So we want to send them back here. So when it exits, we actually want to bring them back here. Okay, just so that we have the loop. And then there's another thing that we need to do because this won't work. You see where it says exit here? So there's two different concepts in Botpress. There's the end and exit. So if you right click on the workflow, you'll see both of them. So you have exit and end. In the main workflow, you cannot have an exit. You can only end the conversation. An exit is like a special, like leave this workflow kind of case. Kind of like a try catch in a way. Okay, so I'm going to go back here and we have an exit here. By the way, you can have multiple exits. I might show this to you today if I have time. But whether they get it right or wrong, we want to send them to the exit like this. So if I didn't do anything, this would be almost the equivalent of doing this. So if I didn't have these, this is almost the equivalent of that. All right. I say almost because the only difference is it will trigger this conversation end or not, depending on whether you direct them to the end flow or you just stop it like this. Okay, so where was I? So, all right, everything is pointing to exits. We have these two nodes, which I can delete, presumably. This was just the stuff that I was using before. Let's see. Okay, I think that should work. So I'm going to go back to concepts table. I'm kind of lazy here, so I think I'm going to do something maybe silly, but I'm going to do it anyways. So I'm going to create a standard node here, and I'm going to have this happen at the beginning of the conversation. And I don't really like to create... I don't like to add rows manually to the table. And so just for testing purposes, I'm going to click add card, and I think I can only do it one if I'm not using code one at a time. So I'm going to do insert record, concepts table. I'm going to write verde, leave both untouched, copy, paste, and blanco. Right, this is bonkers, right? Like you don't do this for your normal bot, but we're developers, right? So we like to do some weird shenanigans like this. Okay, so I'm just going to test it out. By the way, when I finish my quiz concept here, notice I'm bringing them back to this node and not this node, so that my seeding of the table is only happening once per conversation. Okay, so now we can do stuff like, okay, this is obviously not red. And now it tells us the correct answer is green. It goes back to two concepts. It didn't add extras, which is great. And then it asks us the same question, which is very silly, right? We want to alternate. Okay, so let's fix that. How do we fix that? Okay. So typically, I mean, what we're looking for here is sorting. Right now, as far as I know, we don't have date time. It's only date. If any, is there any engineer on the audience? Nope. Okay. So if we had date time, we could do it like that, but we don't have that. So we're gonna have to do some sorting. So how do we do sorting? We're gonna have to add a number somehow, I think, and we're gonna have to fetch all the results that we can. So to do that, I'm gonna go back to main, and I'm going to click add card here, and I'm gonna click execute code. And just a quick overview of my plan here. We have this find records card, but it's actually running code here, and it's missing something that is very important, which is the, I have the docs here. Can you guys see the docs if I change tabs like this? I think you should, right? But anyways, the important thing is it has an offset, which is not present here. So if you want to do some pagination, you better use code. So I'm gonna bring this here because this is gonna one-to-one replace that. And then if I'm looking at what I'm doing here with a card, I'm basically assigning workflow.doConcepts to be equal to the results of find records, and I'm passing this filter. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this filter, copy like that. Go to execute code. I am not sure if I can do this. Let's try this actually. Find assign to do concepts. Everything from the concepts table that has show after before this date, today workflow, or show after. All right, I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna press enter. Let's see. This is like gambling a little bit, you know, like the freaking slot machines. You don't know what you're gonna get, but sometimes you get lucky. Oh. Okay. I was gonna show you something, but this skipped the step and I think gave me directly what I wanted. This might actually work. I think today's date is already in the right format, but this looks like it could work. We're gonna be missing an offset, but I just want to try this out first. I'm going to just, oh, again, do I have, no. So I'm gonna create a standard node, keepers. I'm just gonna move this here, just so I have like this as a reference. And did I have to do this before? What was this? Assign. Okay, no, right. I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna restart, say hi. And remember, it's gonna seed the table, so everything is gonna be, oh, no, I made a mistake here, right? It's gonna screw everything up because it's going to add extras. I didn't tell it to delete everything. Okay, let's see if I can do that. Delete record, find records. Oh, Heck, why not? This is an engineering problem. Okay, so I'm gonna have a loop, which is gonna find records, and then I'm gonna do this in code. It's gonna be faster. All right, so execute code here. Delete every row in the concepts table. I don't know if it's gonna understand that it has to like fetch them first, so it gets the ID and deletes them. I might have to like specify that, but I'm gonna try it like this first. Russian roulette. Delete every row in the concepts table, then add 2 rows, one with, and what was it was a concept, right? To remember? Oh. Let me go here. One with to remember set to Verde, and the other to Blanco. All right, press enter. You know what? It might work. I don't know. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to delete these 2. Going to refresh. Hi. An error occurred. What a surprise. Okay, this looked very dodgy. So it'd probably be like fetch or here. Okay, I'm doing 2 things here. I'm doing too many things. This is probably not a good idea. So I will copy all of this. Delete these 2 records. Oh, the undeletable records. Okay, let me refresh, make sure they're gone. Yes, they're gone. Okay. So execute code here. Okay, what am I gonna write? In the concepts table, add 2 rows, one with 2 numbers. Okay, all right, let's try this. Right, this might work. Let me try it first. Okay, I'll do hi. I don't know how many concepts there were before, so let me just delete all records. If you want to delete all records, just select one and then click delete all records. Obviously, like, don't do this in production. This will kill your app, maybe. Be careful. Okay, so click new conversation, try it out. 2 concepts, perfect. Okay, so that's working. Wonderful. Maybe write the table name just the correct way. Yes, I'm gambling with prompts. Yeah, but it's working for the most part, or at least it's working enough that I don't have to write any code. Okay, so all right, so this is working, but before that we want to delete everything. So here I'm gonna say recursively get records from the table, then delete them. Oh, I just said the table. That's probably not very descriptive. There's only one table. Okay. Haha. Records from the table, so it's thinking records table. From concepts table. All right, so let's see this function. Delete records. It's finding records. We're not giving anything, so it just gives everything. It's awaiting it. That looks fine. For records, delete record. Okay. The problem here, do we have recursiveness? Okay. After deleting, check if there are more records. If so, rerun the function. At this point, I could probably just write it. All right, is this even, does this exist? Let me close this. We have a delete record card, but it's calling a delete records, plural. It might not exist. You know what? Let's try it out. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so I'm trying to read his executed. Okay, that's a very long name. Transitioned. Error occurred. Logs. Okay. All right. Let's see the problem. All right, I'm just going to change this. Okay. You know, let's just push it, see how far we can take it. Okay, so I adjusted it like this. Ah, but the rest is pretty much the same. Okay. Let's try again. Maybe it's just faster to like change this than to even debug. There's six concepts, so clearly this does not function. This did not work. Let me try hi. There are 8 concepts. Okay. So it's not erroring for some reason, but it's also not working. Let's see why. Okay, so we are awaiting this function. This function is an asynchronous function, so we don't have this problem. Concept stable is good. Find records should give us something. For each record, we are deleting the record with the ID. Let's see. If we hover on top of the function, it tells us that record ID is a number. And the ID is number. All right, then find records. It does find records again, which is not very efficient. If remaining records length. Okay, I mean, I'm kind of triggered here. Let's do this instead. Because this algorithm is bonkers. It's gonna work, but it's just not efficient. I'm gonna do this. Okay, so if there are no records, I'm just gonna return. Here, and if there are records, delete them, and then run delete records again. All right, the problem was at the end of the function, it was calling find records, and then it was running it again. That was like annoying me. Await delete records. Okay. All right, this seems slightly less problematic. Okay, now the next thing I'd like to do is I'd like to console log this. So I'm just gonna console.log records. Let's see what's going on here. And I will type, I'll restart the conversation, type hi. Okay, now let's go into the logs and see what is going on here. Records is an empty array. Okay, why? This is the right table, which means we need something here. What is the problem? Limit or offset, we probably need to give it a limit of 10, guessing. By default, it doesn't have a value. Okay, let's see, records. Is there a get records table? I think the problem might be find records. because I'm not giving a field, a search field. That might be it. I'll give it an offset of 0 too, just to be sure. It could be that as well. Offset 0. So here, by the way, pagination. This is where I'm getting at. So in order to do pagination, sorry, not pagination, but yes, in order to do sorting, I want to grab all the data and then sort it according to some criteria. So I do need offset so that I can, and limit so that I can create pages. So I'm gonna save, try it again. Okay, let's see, basic usage. Limit and offset should have shown something. Why is it not showing something? Await data table 1. Where is F when you need him? Okay, let me think. So this is running here. Let's see what functions we have available. Concepts table dot, okay. Okay. Okay, this is not working, but what we do know is that this is working. So let's add this filter and see what happens. Not like this. I'm gonna delete this because, oh no, because it's an OR. 1 second, 1 second. I need to go back to here. Let me take that because this is working. I'll paste that here. Okay, so I mean, theoretically, if this works, I mean, theoretically, this should work. If this doesn't work, I need to do like, I need to go get checked out. There you go. Okay, this works. Okay, so any engineer watching this later, I think this is now broken. You probably need to pass a filter every time. Okay. Just out of curiosity, because I kind of want to know if you can grab all of the rows. Oh, how about we try this here? Yeah, everything. Let's do this instead. Okay. I'm gonna reset, refresh. Yeah, okay, it works. Okay, so you need a filter. All right. You need a filter, but your filter can be AI everything. All right, why not? AI dot, what was it? Okay, so this should work. Oops. Wonderful. Okay, and okay, excellent. So I don't need this anymore. Goodbye, good riddance. We are deleting everything, so I don't actually need to see this anymore. I'm gonna delete that. And okay, I think we're good to go. I don't see any logs, no errors, nothing. 2 concepts which are new. Okay, perfect. So this is our setup. Seeding table like this. All right. Ikutetsu, we don't have support for native packages like the file system, but we'd love to know what's your use case, especially for the file system, because there are lots of JavaScript packages which don't touch anything critical. So in those cases, I understand it's to save time, but the file system is adding new functionality, which, yeah. Okay, so to seating table, okay, so we have this here. This allows us to seed our table and work faster. This I can just delete at this point because this is just working. Do I have any console logs? I don't. Okay, we'll close that. Okay, so where were we? Been derailed by this. Hi. Two concepts do. Okay, that's good. What does the Spanish word verde mean in English? Let's say red, because that's wrong. And now what we want is for this to not appear again. I am thinking, do I want to make this even more? Yeah, I think I do, because I want to show pagination. Let's make this at 20. Let's see if it can do this. 20 rows with each, to remember, representing a Spanish word like verde or blanco. And I probably need to write different. Let me try this. I didn't save this. I should probably have saved this. Is this gonna work? I'm gonna write don't set show. Don't set anything other than set remember. Remember. Right. This is going to be better. I'm going to try it again. Booyah! Okay, it's working. It's a little bit slower because it's deleting all the delete records. Am I greedy? I am greedy. Okay. I'm gonna go here, and all of these operations being slow are kind of annoying me. I'm gonna copy all of this. No, actually, I'm gonna copy all this. Or I'm just gonna copy this and paste it here. Okay, so I have like the original in case I destroy things. And I'm going to copy, go right, and say make sure to use delete record. Make sure to use promise all. Do we have promise all? Let's see. What's gonna work? Oh, because I updated it. Okay, so I need to click this again, and now go back and press enter. Or remove the space, enter. Might need to. Okay, there you go. Had to add a period and press enter. All right. Promise all records map concepts table delete record. Okay. Okay, so if I was even more greedy, which I am, but this is a chatbot. I just wanted to show you that you can use promise all. But if I wanted to be more greedy, I could just paginate. I don't actually have to wait. How do I say this? I don't have to use a recursive method, what we could do is just use this with pagination, and at the beginning, keep fetching as many as you can. You could probably even do something really greedy and like totally wrong, but you could probably like write like limit 10 and then offset, I don't know, like, so you give it a number and then you run a for loop. And then even though there's nothing, it's going to return nothing. But like you could run 10 queries at the same time. And then it would just be faster, right? Like, because if you have like 100 or less rows, you would get all of the results pretty much at the same time. And you could run a promise all on each one of them to delete all of the records at the same time as well. But forget I taught you that, right? That's a very nasty thing to teach. Okay, so this is not going to work, find records, because we had the issue earlier, I think. But we can fix that relatively quickly. I will go back to our original. I was working. I will grab this. And I'll pass this on to here. And oh, I have to do this again. Dot limit, not limit, length equals 0. I return, and I can do this, and I can delete this like that. Oh, delete each record like that. Okay, so yeah, it's just something to think about. Like, you have access to stuff like promise all. So if you need to do like lots of things in parallel, you can like go wild. You can try catch as well if you have problems. So let me try this again. And now I should see a deluge if it works. A deluge of delete records. And look, the order is like completely wrong here, which is lovely. I love to see this because it means everything is working in parallel and everything is working as fast as possible. Chaos is beautiful. Okay, so I am going to close this. I'm going to delete this because it's... Oh, wait, I didn't test if it's actually working. Let me... New conversation. Hi. Yeah, 20. Okay, perfect. So I can delete this. And... Oh, also I'm like spamming my logs, but who cares? Where was I? Okay, so pagination. So right here we are getting everything, but we're not paginating. So if we want to filter, because we do, as of today we don't have sorting yet. Make sure to like request that feature if you want it in feature requests on Discord. But you can get around that by just sorting, by grabbing all the data and sorting it if you don't have a lot. Typically, in a space repetition bot, you don't have that many records. Like you're not going to study 1,000 words a day. It's too much. I mean, some people can, but like that's not a typical case, right? Maybe like 50 to 100 concepts. 100 concepts can be really a lot in a day. So like we don't care. We can grab 100 and just sort those. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to copy it again. Paste it here, and then let me think here. Do I want to... I'm going to want to have a loop. Okay, so I'm going to click... How am I going to do this? I think I can do everything with code, like fetch all of them, just like I did here. So actually I can like copy this. Let me just work here on this random node. Paste. Because we don't want to delete them. Just recursively get records from the concepts table. The filter should be everything. Oh, because I copied it, this was active. So let me do this. Okay, start with offset 0, limit 10, then keep incrementing the offset until there are no results. Let's try that. Should have said no more results. This seems very complicated for what it is. You know, at the end of these streams, you guys are going to think I can't code at all, because I'm just using the generate code all the time. Let's see, records, offset limit has more record. Wow, this code is not beautiful, but maybe it works. Okay, so it's finding records with the offset limit. It's setting it here variably with a let. It is getting the records, ignoring the created at and updated at. Why? I don't know. That's easy to change. It's adding it to all the records, which is good. Adding the limit to the offset. Ah, yes. It's not a page. It's actually, you have to do this. This is accurate. And then if the current record's length is smaller than the limit, if it's 0. Yeah, that's right. If it's like 9, this is good. This looks good, actually. But we should save it to do concepts. So here's the gamble, right? Do I edit it, or do I take another gamble and I say save it to workflow today's state? I mean, this is a live stream, so I'm gonna have fun and do the option that could fail but might succeed. Did I say today's date? Oh. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting myself to fail. But okay. All right, so let's see if it works. Oh, this is much cleaner. Oh, okay, so find records if records length is equal to 0. Okay, so we had something better earlier, but this will work as well. Okay, let's do that. So I will, do I need to close this? Yes, I do. Let's try it out first. So I'm gonna move, actually wait, I'll leave it like this and let's see how many concepts. It says there's 20 concepts. I want to show you here. I don't remember what the default limit is, but it might be 20. Okay, I'm afraid of like breaking this, so I'm just gonna copy it and paste it. So now there should be 20. There should be 40 records in the concepts table. There's gonna be some duplicates, but I just want to see pagination. Refresh. Do we have a count somewhere? Yeah, 1 of 40. Okay, so all right, so the default is 20. Okay, let's go with that for the moment. And here, okay. So by default, it's like this, but we want to get all of them. So let's replace this one and see what happens. Okay, so I'm just gonna close this. I'm gonna move this here, and I'm gonna replace it with the one that we just wrote. And so it was written 20 here. Sorry. I'm gonna try it again. And an error occurred. Okay, What was the problem? So assignment to a constant variable. Okay, where am I doing that? Not assigning, not assigning. To, is this what's pissing it off? Ah, here. That's odd. Okay, all right. So I need to fix that. So the offset has to be, what am I doing? The offset has to be incremented by the limit all the time. Okay, this was slightly bothering me, so I'm going to do it. If the record's.length is smaller than the limit, break. Okay. The limit is 10, so it's always going to be fine. All right, so if I did 0, you know what? Do I want to do this on live stream? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm going to duplicate. I don't know what's going to happen here. What happens if you create an infinite loop? I probably don't want to put find records here. Just so I don't get in trouble with the powers that be. But what happens if you do this? Console.log. Do we have any safety measures? Let's write please be safe. And see what happens. I wonder if it's going to crash my browser. Has anybody tried this? I see sure thing in the chat, but I don't think it was referring to this. Yes, okay, it crashes the browser. So, all right, so I will exit the page and refresh. So don't do that. That was an example of something that you shouldn't do. Exit page, reload. Okay, right. Everybody got this lesson? Don't do that. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna uncomment this. I'm always a bit scared when I see this. So I want to make sure it's working. Let me type hi. So, oh, we still have an error. Oh, where's the error? Maybe because we need to do AI everything. Actually, it's backticks like this. Is this how it was? No, not with the. It's not an object. It's like this. Let's see. Restart. I'm gonna remove this. Oh, another error. Okay. What does it say? Logs. Oh, so notice there's two places you can see it. So you have the logs like this. But this was red, so I clicked it. And there are also logs here. So follow the red is usually like a good strategy in everything except in life. But for programming it is. Okay, so limit number must be greater than or equal to 1. Ah, okay. There's the problem. Also, I'm just kind of surprised this did not. Oh, so that's funny. So if this was not here, I would have just crashed my browser again. Always be careful with while true loops. All right, try again. And 40 concepts due right now. Okay, so now we have successfully obtained all of our concepts, which is nice. And then the next step would be to sort it. would I want to do it like this? I think this is playing with fire. So I would probably just say, what would I say? What do we want to sort by? Like reverse ID? I mean, we're showing them by ID. Does it make sense to sort them by reverse ID? No, it doesn't, right? Because it's not something that changes. Like we have a list and we want, while we work on it, we want to change the order. So if we run the query again, it can't, it has to, we have to like store the information somewhere. So in concepts table, we're gonna have to add another row here, and what would we put here? Probably a number, and okay, thank you, Andrew. Yeah, well, the stream is gonna be over in a minute. I just want to add a column. What should we call this? It's probably some kind of priority number. Q. I think it's a Q, right? Let's just give it a Q number like this. Okay, and I can see from my content and the pace, we're probably going to work on this also next week. And then the week after that, we will be able to be free for other things, I think. But yeah, so for sorting, you'll have to like grab all the information and then sort it by something. In our case, it's a little bit tricky because we want to change the sorting all the time as we work with the bot. But we'll have to store it in a variable in a column like this. This is a bit annoying. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.